Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video, we learned how to add content to our web page using headings and paragraphs. But right now, all our text looks very plain, right? So what if we want to make some text bold, italic, or highlight important content? That's exactly what we are going to learn in this video. Welcome to text formatting in HTML. So here, let's say I'm going to take a H1 and I'll keep the heading as text formatting example. And then I'll try to take a paragraph where I'll specify this is a normal paragraph. And the early content that I have added, I'll just try to comment them away. Let me comment these things out. And I'll even comment away all the heading tags. By the way, you may be thinking, how am I commenting? So basically, first you need to select the entire lines of code that you have selected just now, as I have done. Okay, you can use above arrow and hold the shift key, and you can keep on clicking the above arrow, which is going to select all the lines. Or you can even do the same thing by holding below arrow if you want to select the below text. So once you select the entire text that you want to comment out, so select them first and then do control slash, okay, which is going to comment out the entire thing. And more importantly, in the last class, I have explained you how can we make the entire headings look the same way, because as per the rules, I have told you that each and every heading is going to display a little bit different in sizes. Okay, so I've told you with the help of CSS, we can modify it. So I am going to remove these things away. Later on in CSS, we are going to come back to it. So as of now, you can see I do have a heading and a paragraph available inside my web page. So right now, this is just a normal text. So let's start formatting it. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let us just try to add a B tag. So B tag is going to make the text bold. So let me just try to come down. I'm going to take another paragraph. I'll say this is a, let me add B tag, bold word. Let me save this. And if you go to the browser, you can see over here. Let me zoom this thing in a little bit. Okay. So this is a bold word. Okay. So the bold, whatever content that you're going to write inside the B tag, it's automatically going to appear in bold. That's what formatting actually means. Next, same way, let me take another paragraph where I'll say this is, and let me take U tag, underline word. Let me save this. There you go. Automatically, we are going to get underlined. Okay. And likewise, you can even just try to use something called this is an italic word. Let me save this. And there you go. So whatever content you write inside italic, it's by default going to come in italics. Okay. And there is one important thing that you actually have to understand. Now, the tags that you see, bold, italic, and you underline only change the appearance of the text. Okay. But at the same time, you need to understand that HTML also provides semantic tags which give meaning to the content. All right. For example, I can make the same text bold with something called strong tag as well. I'll say this is important text. Okay. Now, this thing also makes the text look bold. But then what is the difference between this and this? So remember, as I've told, HTML provides semantic tags which give meaning to the content. Okay. So the strong over here also makes text bold, but it tells that this content is important as well. All right. Same way, let me take another paragraph and I'll say this is emphasized tag or emphasized word. Okay, so let me save this thing. You see again, it is very much similar to italics. Okay, so the EM tag over here is used to emphasize the text, usually shown as italic. Again, just normally use B tag to make the content bold or I tag to make it italic. But if you want to have some strong importance to the text that you want to wrap these tags onto, just try to use strong and EM tags. Okay, so remember B and I are just for styling, but strong and EM add meaning to the content. Now, likewise, we even do have something called, let me say, hello students. And in between, currently we are going to see hello students over here as a result. In between hello and students, I'm going to add BR. So the BR tag is used to create a line break, basically a line break. So it moves the content to the next line without extra spacing, which means now the result would be hello, and then the students is going to come in a next line. So the BR tag is simply going to help us to break that thing into a new line, which comes whenever you try to add it after that. So the after that content after BR is going to come into a new line. Next, similarly, we do have something called horizontal line. So let me say I'm going to take a HR in between over here this time with the same example as early. In the previous one we used PR, but let's use HR now. So HR basically is going to provide a horizontal line in between both these words. Obviously, it's going to break this thing into a new line though, but in between it's even going to add a line. Okay, so we even do have few additional short section of formatting tags. Like for example, we can use mark. This is a highlighted text. Let me save this thing. You see, whatever content you write in between the mark tag, it's by default going to be highlighted with the background color of yellow. Again, this thing can be changed once we jump into CSS. So we have seen U tag, right, which is going to provide an underline. We do have something that does the same, which is this is also going to underline the content is what I'm going to write inside the paragraph. But this underline this time, for underlining it, I'm going to use INS tag. So INS is short for insert. So whenever you pass some content within inside this INS tag, it is by default going to provide the underline to the content. Okay, next. We even do have something called DEL tag. This is another content is what I'm going to add. The another which is there, I'm going to pass them in del. So it is short for delete. Basically, what this thing is going to do is whenever you try to pass some content inside del tag, it's going to strike through the content. Okay. Then you even do have subscript and superscript. Like let me say H. I can use subscript over here to O. Okay. So let me save this thing. So basically what subtag is going to do is it is used to display text as subscript, which appears slightly below the normal text. Okay, most probably it is used in things like chemical formulas, etc. So let me save this thing and you can see the result. Okay, and ignore the notifications. Yeah, next. Likewise, you do have something called superscript. Like this time, what I'm going to do is I'll say SUP, which is for superscript 2. So kind of making it look like 10 to the power of 2. So the SUP tag or the sup tag or the superscript is used to display text as a superscript which appears above the normal text. Basically used for powers or exponents. So if I save this thing, there you go. 10 to the power of 2. Alright. So these tags are commonly used when showing changes or updates in the content. Okay, so let us see few more concepts with regards to formatting. But these are the most basic things. We will even try to discuss about quotation, citation, and block code in the next coming classes. Okay. Hope you have liked the content. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. We'll meet up in the next one.